Representative Ed Propst is at the center of yet another ethics complaint alleging sexual assault and abuse. Grace Sablan Viangaye, a counselor, sent a letter to the Speaker of the House, Edmund Villagomez, on Wednesday, requesting that he establish an ethics committee to investigate the allegations dating back to 20 years ago while he was working at the Northern Marianas College and Marianas High School. Viangaye, who lost in the recent Precinct 3 special election, shared that it was a concern she heard from residents while she was on the campaign trail. However, none of the victims she mentions brought it to her directly. In her 3-page letter, she writes in part, "Should the House not permit such an investigation, you are conceding that a member of your body is above the law and beyond reproach." She says, "Time and time again, when victims of sexual assault are unable to speak for themselves, we as a community must advocate for them." This isn't the first time Propst was under fire. He resigned from office last year right before the next election when another individual brought the allegations forward, but was overwhelmingly re-elected into office even after attempting to withdraw his name from the Democratic ticket. In January, the Office of the Attorney General declined prosecution after speaking with 7 of the 8 potential victims. Chief Prosecutor John Bradley wrote to the Attorney General Edward Manabusan, quote, "The names of the women are not being released, as that is the practice for victims of sexual assault, and they have all indicated they do not want to pursue any charges or become identified in public after so many years after the incidents." He concluded, "While the information in the DPS report seems to confirm the concerns raised by the information received by DPS, there is insufficient factual information and legal justification for pursuing criminal prosecution." He also cited the passage of substantial time, expiration of the statute of limitations, and the desire of victims for confidentiality. Given public pressure to investigate, it is unclear if the House Speaker will launch an investigation.
It is the ugly price I pay for being an advocate against government corruption, and of course an opponent to Ralph Torres.
Amid an already charged election season, Propst, who is a member of the House Legislative Committee investigating the governor, broadcasted a nearly 1-hour Facebook Live video where he says this is politically motivated.
I also am a victim. I'm a victim of, like you are, of corruption, of a very corrupt regime, a very disgusting, corrupt regime.
He says there were no complaints filed at the public school system while he was working there. He did not address the allegations directly, but apologized for things he's done in the past.
You can have press releases all day long and have ethics complaints brought against me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving. You have to drag me out of this office before I leave. Bring the war, bring the pain, Governor, because I'm coming. I'm coming strong.
He outlined the timeline last year, alleging that Governor Torres said if he did not resign last year, when the first complaint was brought to the legislature, Torres would put out a statement of his own.
Through all of this, they made it sound like I am the only person in this entire island who has done something in my past.
Probst says he'll bring forward complaints of his own to the Attorney General that he's heard about some in the governor's circle.
You want me to resign from office from an ethics complaint from somebody who's not a victim, who is a counselor, who believes this is the right way to do things? To try to investigate my past that is not criminal anymore.
Thomas Manglona for KUAM News.